Michael and Craig are a same-sex couple who always wanted a family.
You look great doing that.
So they enlisted the help of a surrogate mom and now have twin daughters.
That could possibly be the most beautiful baby we've ever seen.
How will these two dads survive the next 36 hours when their household instantly doubles in size?
Completely warms my heart to kind of know that we have so many great things ahead of us with these two girls.
Michael and Craig live in Los Angeles. They plan to attend the birth of their twins in San Diego, but surrogate mom Jennifer went into labor early.
She called me saying, you know, my water broke. You want me to get in the car and hurry up? So we got in the car and hurried up, and about 45 minutes later, on the way down to San Diego, which is about an hour-and-a-half trip, she said they were wheeling her into the emergency room to do an immediate C-section, because it can be a complication where the cord could wrap around one of their necks. Eventually, our children were born. Sophia was born first at 3:52 p.m., and 1 minute behind her, her twin sister, Ava, was born at 3:53 p.m.
It was amazing. By the time we got here, they were actually all cleaned up and ready to go.
You have this feeling of very calmness and just wonderment all about you that is just something you've never experienced before. And you just immediately want to take care of them, and they kind of really complete you, which you kind of hear that a lot, but it's very true.
She's ready to go.
All right, Sophie, ready? We now have these two little people that we can't wait to raise and to nurture and to, you know, hopefully raise into two really fantastic young women. I think it's going to be really fun.
It's really exciting. I mean, we came here just 24 hours ago. Now we're leaving with two girls. Oh my gosh. But they're adorable and really cute. I mean, it's indescribable. It's very, very wonderful feeling. Looks kind of cute. Throw that in the car.
Craig is an executive at a mobile games company, and Michael works in real estate development. The two met 10 years ago at a New Year's Eve party.
When he walks into a room, he lights the room up, he takes command of the room, and, you know, you can't help but notice him right away. At the end of the day, though, I think the thing that got me most about him is the size of his heart. His friends and his family mean the world to him, and I found that really, really appealing when I met him.
There's a lot of things I love about Craig. Other than being incredibly handsome, he's very smart, very articulate, great writer, incredibly creative. We do have somewhat similar backgrounds. We both grew up on a farm, large families of 5 kids. You know, a sense of family was extremely important to us.
After 7 years together, the couple felt it was time to start a family of their own.
We just decided that that the technology being what it is today, that we would try the surrogate route and see what happened. And, you know, it was a really long road to hoe. We started with a clinic up in Canada, and we tried a couple of times there unsuccessfully.
After that, we decided to try something more local, and that's when we found our surrogate, Jennifer.
We implanted 3 embryos into Jennifer back in July, and 2 of those embryos took. One of those is one of mine, and one of those is one of Mike's. So they'll have the same mom and 2 different dads. It's going to be a bit of an unconventional family, right? It's a little bit different than most people are used to.
I think it's going to be easier raising 2 little girls than it would be 2 boys. You know, being gay, we have that sensibility about us. A lot of things that I'm interested in, they will be interested in.
I think it's going to be a little bit easier for 2 little girls to talk about having 2 daddies than it might be for 2 little boys.
The couple's other baby might not be so thrilled with the newcomers.
I think Jackson's going to be a real mess. Put it bluntly, he's the most incredible dog. He's codependent. I mean, needs to be around us and touching us almost 24/7. He'll go right away from being number 1 to number 3.
I think that it's going to obviously take some getting used to for him. It's going to take some getting used to for us.
We're a bit of perfectionists, so I think it'll be interesting what happens in the house, because Craig hates kind of like baby stuff and baby gear and baby mess. I think it'll be interesting how the house becomes more baby-like versus a little more formal.
It's never going to be as quiet in this house again, I don't think. It is going to be a very big challenge, I think, but in a good way.
When we walk through that door, our family doubles, and it's truly a family. Where's Craig? Girls, we're home. Well, we just made it back from San Diego in absolute record time, and our little angels still have not made one cry, and it's unbelievable. We thought that they would cry a bit, or at least give us some, like, noise, and I had to keep checking them because I thought they were, you know, maybe, you know, just asleep or not breathing, but they're totally fine. They're just complete angels.
Ha! Look at these decorations. Looks like somebody's been busy here while we've been away. Here we go. Oh, hi, Jackson. Hi, Jackson. Look what we got. We brought you a couple of gifts. Welcome home, girls. First time.
It's amazing to be home. It's kind of like a big relief. It's what I've been waiting for. I'm a little tired, but this is awesome. And they're just so wonderful and peaceful.
After a long car ride back from San Diego, the first order of business is an emergency diaper change.
They needed to be changed, and so there was a flurry of activity as we broke in the changing table upstairs at the same time between the two of them.
Pee and poop. Get it all going.
That was a good one. Oh, I know. It's terrible.
Oh, boy, you're hungry.
Somebody's really
It's late.
We're getting ready to do our first feeding here at home. Just shake it up a little bit and let her rip.
Oh, that's the answer. Oh.
Where are...
Oh, all the troubles are gone. Someone was just hungry. Yeah, it's funny. It's a kind of instinct just kind of kicks in. And the hospital's like, okay, well, I'll do it a little, but I want to have the nurses do it because they're here. And when you come home, it's like, okay, well, it instantly kind of takes over that you're the first one in line and you just got to make it right. And they're so cute. How could you not? Right?
The couple's best friends, Robert and Dawn, are the first visitors to meet the twins.
Oh, come on in.
It's all right, Jackson.
Let me see Sophia. What do you do? Oh my God, they're just like little people. Mike and Craig have been working on this for such a long time that, you know, you kind of feel like you're part of the process and you get excited and emotional, you know, and it's going to not only impact their life, but impact a lot of their friends' lives, so which is great.
You just want to make sure you're there for them, whatever it is that they need.
They're such warm and giving people, and they both bring, you know, different things to the table that, you know, these girls are going to have amazing parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nearly 8 o'clock, and after a long day, Michael and Craig are exhausted.
Where's my nanny? Should Rochelle think tomorrow morning? Hey, Rochelle.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, no problem. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye. She's right outside. Good. I just thought, does she think 7:30 a.m.?
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
For you, thank you. How are you doing? This is Ava.
Hi, Ava. I can't stand it. You're so beautiful.
Rochelle, she's going to be helping us with Ava and Sophia, most often during the day, but just to get us going now, you know, she's going to help us out tonight.
The only thing that I think might be great is if their clothes are sort of near the changing table, because when you go to change them, if they need a new outfit, you can just grab down or grab to the side.
Rochelle's a godsend. We couldn't have done this without her. You can't really have two kids with two parents. You've got to have a third hand.
All right.
Craig and Michael are wonderful, and they are just really attentive, and the girls seem really, really sweet and just sleeping really well and calm and happy and healthy, so I think it's going to be a really great night.
After a couple of hours, Robert and Dawn head home for the night.
Bye, thanks. Love you.
The new dads give their daughters another feeding, and Jackson is really starting to feel left out.
A good boy, yes. Sit. Jackson, sit. Sit. Oh, good boy.
I think he's shocked, disheartened, but coping. He's like, ugh. Because it's usually all about him. Yeah. Jack, he's a touchy-feely dog, and now it's like you got 1 or 2 kids in your arm. It's like, I can't touch you, but I love you. Jackson, hey. You still need a doggy valium.
We all need a break, and Jackson needs a break.
Now he isn't going to be happy at all. We brought some of the girls' blankets home from the hospital and let him smell them. He sort of sniffed it and rooted around in it, and then he laid down on top of it. It was pretty cute. And so he's sleeping right now on his bed in the girls' blankets.
Rochelle's gonna watch them through the night, but one of us or both of us will be probably getting up on and off too, because it's just exciting for us. Because the girls are opening their eyes and being more responsive every feeding, and that's exhilarating. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, try to catch a little bit, a couple of Z's, and we'll see how the night goes.
I think for me, this is a sense of how much more complete we are and our home is. The home seems like 3 times much more as a home now.
It's like a transformation overnight into something that is really new and really different and really fun, and yet very much still unknown. It is 5:45 in the morning, and girls are getting up for their second feeding. We just figured they'd be up around 5 to 5:30. Very little fuss or muss. So we're gonna feed them now and see how we do. Last night was, I think, a little easier than we were expecting it to be. The girls went down at midnight. We went to bed right thereafter, and we were up again at 2:30 for a feeding that only lasted 20 minutes.
It's really hard for me to get up at night, but getting up and feeding them and changing that, it's very rewarding. Even though I'm not a night person, it was really special. You're the only girl I'd get up for.
We went back to sleep about 10 to 3, and then around 5:30, Rochelle and I finally got them up, so we made it through the first night unscathed.
I was surprised by a wonderful surprise this morning where Rochelle and Craig brought Ava and Sophia in to see me while I was sleeping. I got to sleep with them for an hour and a half, which was one of the most amazing hour and a half ever of my life.
All right. That's all right.
I've never had 2 girls in my bed before.
I figured we better spend some time with him and make sure he knows we still love him.
He's a little bit freaked out by the babies, and he doesn't quite know what to make of the crying, and he gets a little excited when he hears them crying. But I think he's adjusting, and I think he's going to be their big brother at the end of the day.
Are you?
Do I look ragged?
No,
A little.
you're amazing me. I'm just like tired. You look great doing that.
Oh, yes. It's 11:10 now. This is Sophie, and she ate at about 8:45 or so, so it's about 2.5 hours ago, which is pretty good.
Seeing him hold the babies and help them, just my heart gets really warm. And after over 10 years, just to have this experience to kind of build a family together, it's just unbelievable.
Oh, there you go. Something in there.
Soon, more visitors come over to see Sophia and Ava.
Hey, you! What's up? We're the little ones. Toys?
They're inside.
Toys for Dad.
Thank you, darling. Craig's family's from the East Coast. My family's from the Midwest, and none of our family's been here yet. But we've had some great friends come by.
Well, you is the question. Hi, Leroy. Hi. Enjoy your rest, because in 3 years it's ballet time.
Ballet.
Yes.
Obviously, we have just an amazing family of friends. And I use that word specifically because they're not just friends here, but they are our family here.
Can I take one home?
I think these babies are really lucky. They're definitely family. I don't think it takes a mom and a dad. I think it takes two loving adults to make a family.
These girls are gonna have 2 fathers, which is great, but it's important that they have female role models, and that's why we've got a lot of great female friends.
So have you thought about, like, who's gonna be the good cop, who's gonna be the bad cop?
I thought I would be the good cop and Craig would be the bad cop, but with Jackson, I was the disciplinarian.
With every successful relationship, you gotta trade off. You can't always be the good cop and the bad cop,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we'll try to do that.
I hope that they know how much we love them and that we support them unconditionally and love them unconditionally, that we're here for them and that they can kind of live life to the fullest.
Gee, Mike, she sure eats like you.
Way to go.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening.
A few hours later, the guests head home, and so does the nanny, Rochelle.
Have a good night. Get some rest.
I will.
We'll need you full force tomorrow.
We're by ourselves, which is great, and that's the part that I've sort of been waiting for.
Yes. Good. Oh.
The best part has been, the growth that Mike and I have sort of had in our own relationship. It has brought us much, much closer. Jackpot. Jackpot. I feel as though I've been transformed over the last 36 hours into what I'm not necessarily sure, but I know that it's something better than it was before.
Just completely warms my heart to kind of know that we have so many great things ahead of us with these 2 girls and the fact that, we brought them into this world, and I'm so thankful to him and everyone for that.
Coming up, will Ava and Sophia continue being perfect little angels?
What?
And will Jackson ever get used to his new siblings?
There you go.
It's been 11 weeks since Ava and Sophia came home from the hospital.
It's really kind of freaky to see how quickly these kids grow up because, they've virtually doubled in size in 11 weeks.
Ava has bigger eyes, a lot more hair. Ava has big cheeks, and her cry is much heartier. Sophia has fairer features. She is smaller. She has a lighter cry.
Oh, Sophie.
They're really starting to become interactive now, and their personalities are really coming through. Sophie will actually engage you in this sort of, baby talk colloquy. It's kind of funny. And Ava tends to be a little bit more quiet, but she's very inquisitive in terms of looking around.
We haven't had the girls tested who's genetically related to who. That's not that important to us, but we think we know based on the shapes of the mouth, shapes of the head. So we're not quite, 100% sure, but we have our ideas. And either way, they're both wonderful girls, and they're both our girls.
Jackson, you gonna help me feed Sophie?
Jackson's turned into be a great guardian for the girls. He'll sleep in front of their crib. If they're crying, he'll be the first one in the room to, hey, guys, get in here. These girls need help. So he's phenomenal.
There you go.
Today we're having an Ava and Sophia meet and greet brunch. So we're having about 25 friends over to see them. There's a lot of beauty in seeing your friends take part and share in their lives and contribute to it. Jennifer, our surrogate, is a really good friend of ours. This is her 4th or 5th time seeing the girls, even since they were born, and she wants to be in their lives, and we really want her to be around, and she is a great role model.
We all work together very hard and to make their lives happen, so they should just feel very blessed. They're very lucky. They have great parents.
Yeah. You good at smiling? Sophie. Are you?
Gerald, do you want to come over again?
Parenting is an amazing thing because you go from being very egocentric. It's no longer all about you, it's all about the babies, and it's all about providing for the babies. It's made me a better person because it enables me to sort of look beyond all of those things that are important to me and to try and create something really wonderful for somebody else and to, create an environment where we can all thrive together as a family unit.
Having the girls has really had a profound effect on Craig and I's relationship. It's made us much more deeper, more caring. Now we're a team raising 2 beautiful daughters, and it's a wonderful experience.
What are you doing?
My life is far more meaningful and more fully realized than I ever could have imagined that it would be before having had the children. They bring a joy and a meaning and a purpose to your life that is just unmatched.
It's so extraordinary to see these 2 miracles in your life. It's a sense of completeness and just unbelievable love.
You